Good afternoon and welcome to the news update at 12 on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Olusegun Fawale. The Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill says the executive bill package for the implementation of state police will be presented to President Bola Tinubu on September 3, 2026. The chairman of the group and chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila, disclosed this after the group's inaugural meeting at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Gbajabiamila said Nigerians and other stakeholders will be consulted on the completed draft, including its safeguards, funding proposals, and transition arrangement. He added that the 7-week exercise is expected to culminate in the presentation of the bill to the National Assembly, subject to the President's approval. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has called for stronger collaboration among electricity sector regulators to ensure uniform consumer protection and regulatory certainty across Nigeria. The call follows the decentralization of the electricity sector, which has allowed states to establish their own electricity markets and regulatory systems. The Executive Vice Chairman, FCCPC, Tunji Bello, in Abuja, said the Electricity Act 2023 had fundamentally restructured the sector by empowering states to regulate intrastate electricity markets. Bello said greater coordination among the FCCPC, NERC, NEMSA, and state electricity regulatory commissions was needed, noting that the agencies have different statutory roles. Their mandates are complementary and should be harmonized to protect electricity consumers. President Bola Tinubu has invited China to partner with Nigeria through the sharing of geophysical data, expertise, and technical cooperation to unlock the country's marine resources and boost economic prosperity. Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Jimoh Ibrahim, conveyed the invitation while speaking at a UN Sustainable Development Workshop on the marine economy in Beijing. Ibrahim, who spoke on behalf of President Tinubu, said Nigeria was seeking strategic partnerships to develop its blue economy, stressing that the ocean represents a major frontier for wealth creation and sustainable development. He called for stronger global cooperation, innovation, and data-driven solutions to address challenges facing the marine sector, while reaffirming Nigeria's readiness for deeper engagement with China for the benefits of Nigeria, Africa, and the world. For thousands of commuters and residents along the Akpata-Omiadio-Abeokuta Highway, rainfall has become a source of concern as flooding and damaged sections of the federal road leave motorists stranded and disrupt economic activities. Despite temporary interventions, road users are calling for urgent and permanent rehabilitation of the highway. Our correspondent, Damilola Daudu, reports.
The Akpata-Omiadio-Abeokuta Highway is one of the major federal roads linking Oyo and Ogun states, serving as a vital corridor for the movement of people, goods, and commercial activities. However, years of deterioration have turned several sections of the 133-kilometer highway into death traps, with communities including Jamoje, Bako, Lade, and Ayilara among the worst affected. Whenever heavy rainfalls occurs, flood water submerge large portions of the road, making them nearly impassable and forcing motorists to spend hours in traffic. Some passengers are left with no options but to abandon their vehicles and continue their journey on motorcycles through narrow bush paths.
Of the road as of now is very, very bad and very poor. Personally, when the problem started, I belong to a particular organization that I'm privileged to come out at times to help the the passerby. I mean, at times there will be hold up, especially when it rains. The experience has always been very, very, very bad.
Our road is not good.
The problem we are having, it is the government should come to our aid regarding this road. We have been longing to see this Abeokuta-Ibadan road to work on.
As a day the road will tire me. We cannot pass this road again because the road is tiring me. Where on me, we want to do for me to local. So Nigeria, they pass, and if you bat this road, the road is very, very bad.
Some of the motorists told the press that the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FEMAN, recently spread broken stones across some of the failed portions of the road. However, many motorists say the intervention has done little to solve the problem, arguing that the stones now damage tires and vehicle suspension system while failing to prevent flooding. They add that prolonged gridlock has also triggered frequent disagreements among frustrated motorists.
Government, we beg both of our government in Nigeria, come and help us to do our road.
We want the government to come to our aid to this road, specifically this Abeokuta road. In fact, apart from being a federal road, we the inhabitants along this road, there are times while coming home we have to call our people in the town that maybe we may not get our way back home. We will need to go back and stay with them.
We appreciate what they have done for us, but at the same time, we want them to do it in a perfect way that the citizens, the community will enjoy the benefit of the government.
Thank you. I beg government to help people do the road. The road is not tire us.
For commuters, transport operators, and residents who depend on the Akpata or Miadio Abeokuta highway every day, the expectation is clear: a permanent solution that will end reoccurring flooding, restore safe movement, and protect livelihoods. Damilola Daudu reporting for Dominion News.
And now to the foreign scene. At least 5 people have been killed and 10 others injured after a Ukrainian drone strike hit a warehouse near Moscow, Russia. The attack triggered a fire at an industrial site in Novoselki, about 69 kilometers south of the Kremlin. Russian authorities say several wild berries warehouses were also targeted in St. Petersburg and Tver regions. Ukraine has accused the facilities of supplying the Russian military, a claim Moscow denies. Meanwhile, Russian strikes across Ukraine have killed at least 4 people and injured several others. Ukrainian authorities say victims included an 89-year-old woman in Mykolaiv and a woman and 2 children in Sumy. Russia's defense ministry says it intercepted and destroyed 320 Ukrainian drones overnight. The latest attacks come a day after a drone strike on a beach in southern Russia killed 7 people and injured 58 others. Wildfires in southern France have uncovered a cache of about 400 historic shells and munitions in the village of Les Pouges. Fire officials say more than 100 explosions heard during the blaze may have been caused by World War II explosives detonated by the intense heat. The town's mayor described the blast as sounding like the sound of war. The mining operations have allowed most residents to return home, although some areas remain off-limits. More than 180 houses were destroyed by the wildfire. And now talking sport, Manchester City midfielder Mateo Kovacic has confirmed he will remain at the club, ending speculation over a possible return to Serie A. The 32-year-old Croatian said manager Enzo Maresca and club officials assured him he remains part of their plans for the new season. Kovacic, who has 1 year left on his contract, said the reassurance has shifted his full focus to performing on the pitch and earning his place in the team. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television Ibadan. I am Olusegun Fawale. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.